What's going on, peeps? Roger Snipes here. Today we're going to talk about shoulders. So there are three parts to the shoulders, or deltoids. The first is the anterior delt. Then you have the medial head, which is the side part of the shoulder. And then you have the posterior part of the delt, which is right at the back, right on the upper part of the back. But one of the main benefits, if we're just going to talk about the aesthetic appeal of a person in having shoulders, is it gives that overall V-taper type of look. When I first started training, I was focusing a lot more on chest and arms, and I never really cared about shoulders.
Shit show, weirdo. Yes, you look weird.
I always wondered to myself, well, what's the point? You know, I never understood how great it does look when you have good shoulders.
I look so good.
I'm still not exactly there where I really want to be, but you know, fast forwarding from, let's say, about 4 years ago, I think that was probably when I discovered, yeah, it's kind of important to train shoulders. So, okay, let's go into the exercises. The first one we're going to talk about is the Arnold Press. The Arnold Press exercise is very good because it focuses not only on the anterior delt, which is the front part of the shoulders, but as you are rotating the weight around, you're also focusing on the medial head, which is on the side part of the shoulders. In doing this exercise, sometimes if you are in a rush or you just want to compound as many muscle groups as possible in a particular session, this is a great one to go by. And it also incorporates a bit of core as well, as you have to control the weight down and drive it back up. Whether you're seated or standing, you will always engage the core. The next exercise we are going to talk about is lateral raises. Lateral raises is a great exercise when you are looking on a perspective of the outer part of your shoulders. This is the medial head. When performing this exercise, you have to take particular care that when you are raising the weight up from the side, that you're actually targeting the muscle. I've seen many times where people are taking the weight up, but they're throwing it behind them, and they're kind of targeting the posterior delt a bit more than the medial head. So what I would suggest to you to make sure that you are hitting the right muscle is to almost imagine yourself pouring out some liquid. So as you're raising the weight up, just tilt the thumb forward slightly, or if you have a bottle of water, like you're trying to pour it out. This will target the medial head that bit more. It's also important, again, to concentrate on the contraction of the muscle. So when you raise it up, nice squeeze at the top and control it on the way down. The next exercise we're going to focus on is the posterior delt. This particular exercise is with the fly machine. The fly machine you could also do for the chest. But if you sit the other way around, then you can target the upper part of the back, primarily focusing on the posterior deltoid. Now, depending on the grip in which you hold the handles will determine which parts of the posterior delt you will be focusing on. Either way, still hits the delts. I myself tend to have it in a palms facing down position, and it kind of allows me to have a bit more of a prominent, a targeted focus on the muscle group when I am trying to hit the posterior delt. So in doing these exercises, it will allow you to focus on all three heads. So the Arnold Press, which focuses a lot on the anterior and medial head of the deltoid, and lateral raises focuses on the medial head. Then also we have the rear flies, which focuses primarily on the rear delts. Hope this has been useful for you guys. Just make sure you leave a comment and like and subscribe.